Just when it felt like Zion Williamson was finally catching his rhythm, hold up, a lawsuit dropped that could flip everything overnight. For Zion, this isn't just noise. This could seriously threaten his entire career. But listen to this, the real shock isn't just the case, it's how the NBA world and other players are reacting to it. Let's break it all the way down. The lawsuit that just changed everything. There's something almost cold about the timing here, because just weeks before it surfaced, Zion sat down for a rare one-on-one interview, his first in years. And he wasn't just talking, he looked different, lighter, more open, like a guy who finally found peace after years of pressure. You won't believe this. Out of 85 players in NBA history averaging 20 points per game, Zion's 59% field goal percentage is the highest of all of them. Yeah, 85 players. That's basically every elite scorer the league has ever seen. And somehow, Zion sits at the very top when it comes to efficiency, not just right now, but all time. The most efficient 20-point scorer we've ever seen. That means he's outperforming dominant interior forces like Shaquille O'Neal, Nikola Jokic, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So when people say, how lucky are we? Nah, they mean that for real. Because if you followed Zion from day one, from that draft night in New Orleans when he stepped out in that white suit and said, "Let's dance," you already know this hasn't been a smooth ride. His story hasn't been about dominance, it's been about everything that kept getting in the way. A broken foot that wiped out his entire 2021-22 season, constant injuries, weight criticism blasted on national TV, and analysts questioning his passion for the game. Through every setback, every headline, every hot take that tried to write him off, Zion kept grinding in silence. And finally, listen closely, he had something real to point to. He said it himself, "I'm having fun right now." That word, fun, hit different. Not dominance, not greatness, just freedom. Like the weight he'd been carrying for years was finally lifted. That's where he was mentally when May 29, 2025 hit. And then, everything changed. A woman identified as Jane Doe filed a civil lawsuit against him in Los Angeles. The 12-page complaint included 9 separate claims, and once it hit the media, it sent shockwaves through the basketball world. The case was filed by attorneys from the Laney law firm on behalf of a woman from Seattle who claimed she had been in a relationship with Zion since 2018, back when he was at Duke and dominating college basketball. According to the filing, that relationship lasted until 2023 and spanned multiple states. The allegations describe a pattern of serious misconduct beginning early in that timeline. One of the first detailed incidents was said to have happened in September 2020 at a rented home in Beverly Hills. The complaint claims she was brought there by one of Zion's agents, and later that night, things escalated after she said she wanted to sleep. What followed, according to the lawsuit, was a situation that turned aggressive and crossed serious lines. It also alleges that after the incident, he prevented her from contacting anyone. Another alleged incident followed just weeks later at the same location after a disagreement about travel plans. The filing claims things again escalated, and afterward her devices were taken to limit communication. Now, let's be clear. There have been no trial dates, no rulings, no criminal charges, and no resolution so far. This case is still in its early stages, and it's been that way for months. In cases like this, complex, multi-year, multi-state, rarely move quickly. For context, Zion's previous legal dispute with a marketing agent took nearly 4 years to resolve, so this could take even longer. Meanwhile, hold up, what's happening on the court tells a completely different story. Just 6 weeks after the lawsuit, the New Orleans Pelicans fully guaranteed his $39.4 million salary for the 2025-26 season. No hesitation. That's a strong message. They're standing behind him. Executive leadership doubled down, making it clear Zion is still the franchise cornerstone. By early 2026, reports confirmed he wasn't even being considered for trades, alongside key players like Trey Murphy III and Herb Jones. Off the court, no major sponsors have publicly pulled out, and the NBA hasn't issued any disciplinary action. And on the court, listen to this, through March 2026, Zion had played 69 games while maintaining elite efficiency. For a player known for injuries, that availability alone is huge. Now, analysts have started weighing in, especially on how brands handle situations like this. One key point, Don't rush to judgment without proof, and so far, brands haven't. But here's where it gets tricky. Civil lawsuits come with legal protections that limit how defendants can respond publicly. That means even if claims are false, there's very little immediate legal recourse. That's what experts call litigation privilege. Zion's team have said they plan to file counterclaims, but even that process is slow, expensive, and drawn out. That's the reality he's living in every single day while this case remains unresolved. And that's what makes this whole situation so complicated. Because when you go back to that interview, really listen to it, you hear someone who's been carrying a heavy load long before any lawsuit. He opened up about missing his entire third season with a broken foot and the uncertainty that came with it. Doctors didn't even know what the next step would be if surgery failed. On top of that, he was dealing with non-stop criticism about his body, his commitment, everything. And he said it plainly, it affected him deeply. No anger, no excuses, just real. He admitted he hit a low point, a very low point. But slowly, with a new approach, new discipline, and a better connection with his body, he fought his way back. He talked about seeing the energy of playoff basketball in New Orleans and wanting to be part of that moment. Because here's the wild part, he's never played a single NBA playoff game. Not one. All the hype, the highlights, the all-star buzz, and still no playoff experience. That's something he wants badly. More than anything, really. He spoke about future goals too. Olympics, championships, becoming a legend in New Orleans like Drew Brees. And listen, those weren't just...
Okay.
Not even that. I speak them out loud to the people around me.
Yeah.
And
Day by day, moment by moment. Listen to this. That's the mindset Zion Williamson carried into the 2025-26 season. And now, hold up. Hearing that hits different because just weeks later, everything flipped. And the next moment he had to face wasn't even about basketball anymore. Because this, right here, is the reality sitting at the center of it all now. Zion Williamson's on-court journey and off-court situation are now permanently tied together, meaning every highlight, every playoff push, every milestone from here on out carries this shadow with it. Unresolved, unproven, but always there. The claims laid out in that 12-page complaint are serious, detailed, and specific. And at the same time, they've been completely and strongly denied by his legal team. What's actually true? Nobody knows yet, and we might not know for years. Meanwhile, listen closely, a player who spent his entire career chasing greatness is now dealing with something way bigger than the game itself. He said it himself, the ultimate goal is winning a championship, cementing a legacy that lasts forever. He even spoke about representing his country on the Olympic stage. But whether he gets that opportunity right now, that answer isn't on the court. It's sitting inside a courtroom in Los Angeles, and nobody can tell you how this story ends. If you rocked with this breakdown, hit that subscribe button for more content like this.